This is what happens when celebrities come face to face with people who look exactly like them. And some of these reactions are so good they broke the internet. Starting off with Adele.
As soon as she opened her mouth, you could just tell, you can't mimic like that.
It's just beautiful. Beautiful.
For a BBC special filmed in 2015, Adele pulled off one of the best celebrity pranks ever recorded. She showed up at Wimbledon Theatre wearing heavy prosthetics, including a fake nose and chin, altered makeup to shrink her lips, gloves to hide her tattoos, and a completely different hairstyle.
It was like a really awkward blind date. I was like, will I recognize her when she comes in? It like makes your eyes look different.
She's made my eyes look more catty, and then I've got a fake chin, a fake nose, and she's drawn my lips smaller.
She told the 9 real Adele impersonators in the room that her name was Jenny, she was a part-time nanny from Tottenham, and she had been impersonating Adele for about 4 years.
Obviously, you're not going to speak like this, so you're going to do that.
I'm going to do Jenny. It's very calm and slow, because I talk really fast and really harsh. But also my day job is I'm a nanny. So nannies talk very slow and very calm to try and make the world make sense.
Graham Norton was in on the whole thing and helped keep it going while Adele built warm rapport with the other impersonators backstage, chatting about how business was slow and rating their performances while they comforted her about being nervous.
So what about you?
5 years. Yeah.
4. Mine's been a bit slow recently, not that many.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not much of a demand.
When the rain is blowing in your face.
I think she'd like.
When it was finally her turn to perform, she stepped up and launched into Make You Feel My Love. And the room completely broke apart within a few bars. Tears, shock, laughter, and disbelief hit the impersonators all at once as they realized the nervous nanny they had been consoling was the actual Adele the entire time.
When the rain is blowing in your face, and the whole world is on
You are joking.
I could offer you a warm embrace.
That is
It's not.
It is.
That's Adele.
It's not her. When the evening shadows and the stars.
One impersonator later said she knew instantly from the first note because she performs Adele professionally, and nobody else on the planet sounds like that.
I think I was maybe the last person to click.
As soon as she opened her mouth, you could just tell, you can't mimic like that.
It's just beautiful. Beautiful.
The whole thing ended with a group sing-along and hugs and became the gold standard for celebrity reveals.
Adele's, meet your Adele. So good.
Oh my God. It's unreal.
And while Adele surprised her impersonators in a controlled TV setting, she had another doppelganger moment a year later that happened completely by accident in front of thousands of people. During her concert at the Staples Center in Los Angeles on August 6, 2016, Adele looked out into the audience and spotted someone who looked almost exactly like her. Delta Work, a professional drag performer, was sitting in the crowd wearing an almost identical sparkling floor-length gown with matching jewelry, nails, wig, and makeup that mirrored Adele so closely it stopped the show.
Oh my God, that's a bit uncanny. Oh my God, even the dress. Oh my God. Can I get this on the screen, please?
Adele brought her up on stage, and the two of them stood side by side, comparing outfits detail by detail from the jewels down to the nails, while the arena watched the resemblance get more surreal the longer they stood together.
All the way up there, even your jewels are like mine. Well, not at the moment, mine looks a bit pathetic compared to yours. Look, show them your, oh my God, and your nails.
Adele asked if they had met before because the details were so precise, and Delta introduced herself and explained she performs as Adele multiple nights a week as part of a drag show called the Dream Girls Revue across Los Angeles, Long Beach, and San Diego.
Have we met before? How do you know everything so well? What's your name?
My name is Delta Work. I'm based here in LA. We have a show here called the Dream Girls Revue, and you can see us 4 nights a week.
Are you me sometimes?
I'm you all the time.
Adele gave her the mic to promote her gigs, and the two of them went back and forth about Tuesday night scheduling, with Delta inviting Adele to her West Hollywood show, and Adele joking that she already had 18,000 people to deal with that night before floating the idea of watching from the dressing room.
The shows are Tuesday nights in West Hollywood, we're Friday nights in Long Beach, we're Wednesday nights in San Diego, we're everywhere. Tuesday at 10 o'clock, and I hope you come, because I have a mood for you.
You do? Well, I get off stage at like 20 past 10.
I'm watching the dressing room. You don't
Maybe I'll watch the dressing room because we just told 18,000 people where I'm going to be on Tuesday.
They took a selfie together on stage, and the whole interaction turned into a genuine moment of mutual respect and fan love in front of a full arena.
Should we get a selfie? Let's get you. I can't believe the effort. I mean, you look amazing. I'm a bit starstruck.
Adele later told the crowd the whole thing was not as spontaneous as it looked. She explained that she checks Twitter before every show and had spotted a tweet about Delta being in the audience, which reminded her of a passing comment she had made about wanting to be a drag queen, and prompted her to find Delta in the crowd on purpose.
So before I come on stage, I have a little pictures, I have a little look on Twitter. I don't really know how to use Twitter, and I don't get to see everything because I do have a Twitter, but I'm sorry, it's not me. But that limits what tweets you see, and I saw a tweet about her coming, and so I'm glad I remembered. I don't know why I said I wanted to be a drag queen. I mean, I do, but I don't normally say that.
She closed it out by promising to come back to LA in November and December, and joking about showing up to Delta's show in disguise, asking the crowd who she should go dressed as.
And if I don't make Tuesday, I'm back here in November and December, not here, but faffing about in LA, so I'll come then maybe. And maybe I'll go dressed up as, who should I go as?
And while Adele's doppelganger moments were warm and personal, the Timothée Chalamet lookalike contest turned into something nobody could have predicted. Content creator Anthony Poe organized a Timothée Chalamet lookalike contest in Washington Square Park on October 27, 2024, with flyers and a modest $50 prize and a large trophy. What he got was over 2,500 RSVPs and hundreds of people actually showing up dressed as different Chalamet characters from Willy Wonka to Paul Atreides from Dune, turning the area under the park's arch into complete chaos.
I was in charge of the Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition. I anonymously hung up 100 of these flyers across New York City. What I wasn't expecting was 10,000 people and a $500 fine and 4 people getting arrested. 5 minutes before the event, there was already like 1,000 people there. There is a lot of law enforcement here, so we're trying to avoid getting arrested.
Police declared it an unpermitted costume contest, issued a $500 fine to the organizers, dispersed the massive crowd, and arrested at least one person before the event briefly relocated to a nearby playground to keep going.
After walking into the circle, the cops were already trying to shut it down.
Oh! Are you in the competition?
Oh, that's a cop. The event was already getting shut down before, so we started what I'd like to call the Great Timothée Chalamet Pilgrimage. Bear in mind, there's a minimum of 2,500 people trying to leave this park.
Then, in a twist that made the whole thing feel like a glitch in the Matrix, the real Timothée Chalamet showed up briefly with bodyguards and started posing for photos while fans filming the actual celebrity standing in a sea of people who looked like him.
At this exact moment is when Timothée Chalamet reveals that he was here the whole time. I'm busy transporting this giant-ass trophy. My security guard is getting written a $500 fine, and Timothée is getting arrested.
The winner was 21-year-old Miles Mitchell from Staten Island, who showed up dressed as Willy Wonka and threw candy to the crowd.
We had them reintroduce themselves. This guy, Miles, or Timothée Chalamet, even brought candy to throw into the crowd. And then finally, a Timothée was crowned Best Tim. Most importantly, though, we made sure every single Timmy walked away with $50.
Every Timmy, $50!
But the story did not end in the park. In December 2024, Chalamet met Mitchell at a fan screening of his Bob Dylan film, A Complete Unknown, recognized him instantly, said "oh shit" with genuine excitement, and pulled him in for a hug and a photo.
What place did you come in? First. Oh, get a pic real quick. Yep. Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Mitchell described it as completely surreal, and the original park chaos had already launched him into social media opportunities with brands like Shake Shack and L'Oreal. Chalamet's team called the whole event awesome and fun, and even jokingly ranked the real Chalamet 13th among the lookalikes because of his mustache. Anthony Poe later revealed the whole contest was actually one half of a bet. He had secretly hung up 2 sets of 100 posters each, one for a Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition and one for a Kai Cenat lookalike competition, to see which would draw a bigger crowd. The Kai Cenat event drew almost nobody.
I made a bet with Paige, my friend who's been helping me set this whole thing up, that there would be more people that come to a Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition than a Kai Cenat lookalike competition. Cut to the Kai Cenat lookalike competition.
What's your ETA? What's your ETA?
In case you missed it, I'll play the Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition again.
And while the Chalamet contest turned into a public safety situation, Glen Powell's hometown contest kept things intentionally small and wholesome in the best possible way. Glen Powell's lookalike contest took place in Austin, Texas on November 24, 2024, at Auditorium Shores with 19 contestants and was judged by his mother Cindy Powell and his aunt. The prizes were deliberately tiny and self-aware because the winner got $5 cash, a cowboy hat, and a year of free queso from Torchy's Tacos, which is the most Austin prize package imaginable.
Dozens of men looking like the same Hollywood hunk. People who, the real Powell started movies like Top Gun Maverick, Twisters, and Anyone But You. His real mom was a judge in the contest.
Winner Maxwell Bronstein, a 33-year-old physician's assistant, got a thumbs up from Cindy and thought that was the end of it.
Maxwell William Bronstein as the winner. He is a physician assistant, says he was confident about bringing home the W.
Then Powell joined remotely via FaceTime and escalated the whole thing by offering a cameo role in his next film for one of the winner's family members, turning a $5 park gag into something genuinely meaningful. Bronstein later said his face hurt from smiling so much.
What do you think? Does he look like him? Bronstein even got to FaceTime with his celebrity lookalike. He won a cowboy hat, and hey, you know what? We buried the lead. The most important thing is...
But the real payoff came 2 months later at the 2025 Golden Globes, when Powell spotted Bronstein on the red carpet, ran over to him, hugged him, and took a selfie while pointing out they were matching suits and aviator sunglasses.
This is so great. I love the go. This is so fun. I'm so happy you're here. Yeah, I'm so happy you're here.
The guy who won $5 and a cowboy hat in a park was now standing on the Golden Globes red carpet being called family by an A-list movie star.
We gotta do the Powell picture. Mom. Is that the... This is your Glen Powell.
Yes. Good to see you again.
Dude, you crushed it. That was so fun. That was so fun. It was so much fun.
And while Powell embraced his double like a brother, Robert Irwin decided to actually test his. Following a lookalike contest in his Queensland hometown in January 2026, Robert Irwin invited winner Ben Marshall to Australia Zoo for what turned out to be more than just a photo opportunity.
30 men entered the competition, but it was a young dad named Ben Marshall who nabbed the $500 prize and the chance to meet his dancing doppelganger IRL at...
The two showed up in nearly identical khaki wildlife outfits, which created instant visual comedy because they genuinely looked like the same person had been duplicated.
Holy moly! This actually is kind of weird, man. Look at this. Dude, there's 2 of us now. About time.
Crazy. I'm Robert Irwin.
I'm Robert Irwin. No, I'm Robert Irwin. This is actually kind of uncanny. Robert! How are you, man?
Good to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you.
Yeah, good.
But Irwin wanted to see if this guy was the real deal beyond just the face. So he handed Marshall a large Burmese python and watched how he handled it.
Well, I got to see just how Robert Irwin you really are. How do you go with snakes?
I go right.
How do you go with giant snakes?
I don't know.
All right, let's do it. This is, of course, a big Burmese python, and you can feel how heavy they are. They use that to subdue their prey.
Marshall passed comfortably without flinching. The two of them laughed and posed with the snake, and Irwin declared that he had officially passed the test. Looking like an Irwin is one thing, but holding a python without panicking is what separates the real doubles from the costume doubles.
It was just such a wonderful surprise.
You passed the test.
Thanks, mate.
Well done.
Marshall had been up all night preparing and said afterward that the whole experience caught him off guard in the best way.
Crikey, mate!
I was up all night practicing, so yeah, I'm glad I took out the win.
And while Irwin tested his double with a snake, Paul Mescal got ambushed with his on-live radio without any warning at all. While promoting Gladiator 2 on Zoe Ball's BBC Radio 2 breakfast show in November 2024, alongside Denzel Washington and Connie Nielsen, Paul Mescal was surprised live on air with a video call from Jack Wall O'Reilly, the winner of a look-alike contest held in Dublin's Smithfield Square.
The winner of the Paul Mescal look-alike competition. Look, his name is Jack Wall O'Reilly. Now, how are you, Jack?
Hello, morning, folks. It's a pleasure and a privilege to talk to you.
Hi, Jack.
I mean, Paul
How you
Mescal,
doing?
talk to your look-alike.
Mescal's genuine reaction was, "This is bananas," and his visible stun made the intimate radio studio feel sharper than any street contest, because there was nowhere to hide and no crowd to disappear into.
This is bananas. I actually, Jack, I saw the photo. You captured the spirit of me very well.
O'Reilly had committed fully to the bit with the signature short shorts, the jogging look, and even a line from Normal People Ready to Go.
When Jack did the competition, you wore the short shorts.
It was a fully committed look, and what was it, €20 or 3 pints was the... Oh,
It was
the reward?
20 or 3 pints. The good people at Denny's gave me a pack of sausages.
I'm an embarrassment of riches. This is fantastic.
The whole thing had a national holiday energy in Ireland because the country had collectively decided that finding Paul Mescal's double was a matter of public importance.
Wait, turn sideways. I want to see the profile.
Yeah.
That's what everyone says. Everyone says the side profile.
Wait, now you turn sideways.
I'll go this way.
Crazy.
O'Reilly turned out to be more than just a face match. He had just graduated with a master's in screenwriting and used the moment to express genuine admiration for Mescal's work, calling After Sun one of his favorite films, and crediting Mescal as an inspiration for young creative people in Ireland.
Yeah, I just graduated my master's in screenwriting at Trinity.
Congratulations.
I'm a huge fan, like, massive respect for everyone there. I mean, obviously we're talking about Paul, and After Sun is one of my favorite films.
Thank you.
He's a great inspiration for young creative people in Ireland and all around the world.
You're an absolute gentleman. That's
What a
so
sweetheart.
sweet.
Give it up
so
for Jack.
sweet.
Congratulations,
Thanks,
Jack. You are lovely, and what a killer smile as well.
Lovely.
And while some celebrities embrace their doubles with open arms, the look-alike trend has a side that goes beyond fun contests and park events. As an American Idol judge, Katy Perry has come face-to-face with her own double more than once, and the reactions never get old. 17-year-old country singer Hannah Everhart walked in during the 2021 season looking so much like a country version of Perry that Perry asked if they were separated at birth and could barely keep it together over the resemblance.
You sure do, because I do too. Me too. Are you the country version of me? Everybody said I look like you. Were we separated at birth? Something like that. I'm just a poor wayfaring stranger. More energy. Traveling through.
Why are you gonna play American Idol safe?
Yeah, give us a little bit of that last. Okay. Hands out. My lonely days are over. Outsing me, Hannah. You know you can. Come on. For you are mine. Pretty much the takeaways from this audition is I do have a voice that's good. I don't have to be scared about it. I don't have to get nervous.
In another season, a contestant's mother, Lindsay, caused the entire panel, including Luke Bryan and Lionel Richie, to lose it because she looked more like Katy Perry than some of the actual contestants looked like themselves.
Goodness,
Oh, man, wait, you talking about a baby boy.
Is that your sister, Katie?
Oh my God! Hi, sis.
That's my mom.
That's your mom?
That's your mom?
Oh my goodness.
That is scary. That's your mom?
What's your name? Lindsay. Oh my God, Lindsay.
Perry called the moments hilarious and mind-blowing, and the clips turned into some of the most surreal polite conversations ever recorded, because watching a celebrity make small talk with their own alternate timeline version is a specific kind of awkward that never stops being funny.
She's the first. She's the prototype. Is that what I'm going to look like when I'm a grandma? Because I would love it.
And while most of these doppelganger stories end in laughs and hugs, one celebrity's look-alike situation ended in a $10 million lawsuit. In September 2019, Ariana Grande sued Forever 21, and Riley rose for $10 million after the retailer used a model who looked strikingly similar to Grande in Instagram campaigns. The model was styled with Grande's signature high ponytail with pink puffballs, wore outfits that matched her aesthetic, and the posts used her song lyrics and audio in a way that implied Grande had endorsed the brand without her permission. The case settled out of court, but it remains the clearest example of what happens when a lookalike crosses the line from tribute into commercial identity theft. And it raised real questions about where the boundary sits between flattery and fraud. What started as a German folklore term for a ghostly double has turned into park contests and police shutdowns and Golden Globes reunions and Python handling tests and $10 million lawsuits. The internet took an ancient superstition and turned it into a whole genre. And now celebrities are meeting their own faces everywhere they go, whether they want to or not. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss another one.